And that is going to be the, actually shouldn't be Vince Staples though. I could be wrong there. We'll have to get clarification. I saw Vince's name. Okay, so we are now going to be in the right matchup here. So apologies for that one, folks. We got it cleared up there, but it's going to be Priest, I believe, who came around the side there. Yes, and he gets himself 2 kills there against Shroud and D'Angelo. This is going to be a fun matchup to see as well, because if Priest really is that good going up against Shroud, who is in a comfortable spot, right? You're able to play with a keyboard and mouse on PlayStation 4. But if Priest still manages to pick up the win, that actually makes him very dangerous.
And also, when you are really looking at Priest to get a lot of the work done, you see him pulling down 2 that time around. How is Blake going to be playing throughout these games? He definitely doesn't want to feed. He doesn't want to just fuel any of these players.
Yeah, I think Blake just plays the low ground and then allows, actually he gets picked off by Shroud. Shroud's going to be very weak now, 39 HP. He has that height advantage, 13 HP, and that's the round. Priesta.
Look what Blake did there, though, right? He's essentially a probe. He just goes out, finds a little bit of information. Priest is going to have much favorable position over everybody there, holding the high ground, like you said, and he's able to take down Shroud in a 1v1 gunfight. I mean, it's definitely a situation that you do want to be in. We've seen Shroud really like getting these positions on the corner of the map, actually looking up to the high ground. This time around, though, Shroud going to be able to cut down Priest and potentially securing himself the entire round.
If Shroud does manage to get up close and personal with a shotgun, that's pretty much going to be GG, just like you see right there. He wraps around the corner, picks one off at the steps, knew exactly where his opponent was going to be, and that is going to be the round. Blake Anderson was just tucked away inside and did not have much of a hope on that one.
Yeah, that time, Shroud definitely looking strong at the beginning of the day. It looked like he had been casting too many lightning bolts, but definitely coming alive here at this point.
And if you're looking at this bright screen, you know who it is. It's D'Angelo Russell in his sunglasses, living his best life. Priesta gets the kill on Shroud. D'Angelo wrapping around the corner now. He's going to find Blake Anderson right in front of him. That's going to tie things up into a 1v1. But Priest is going to be moving around the map like a crazy person. He's got to match that speed.
At this point, too, they're just going for the same strategy every single time. Priest goes for that high ground. He waits to hear where the other kill does come in, and then he cleans it up. It didn't work when we actually did see Shroud have the shotgun, but he's not going to have that every time. So by all means, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it.
Yeah, you got those Astros on. You just got to hear where your opponent is going to be. No mini-map to help you out. There goes the glint from the sniper, though, as Blake tries to creep around the corner. Priesta pushes up top. I like that, though, right? He's just going to play the lane. He's going to watch it, give his teammate the upper hand there. Nade's going to go out. He's going to push it, though, and he falls down, but Priesta's there to pick him right back up. That is going to be a 4-1 lead here for Priesta and Blake Anderson.
Chat, get ready. We might need sunglasses depending on which POV we do jump in on. Have them ready on the desk.
Well, D'Angelo's ready.
We're going to take a look right now over at Priesta, one of the guys who has just been taken over. Not only this round, not only this day. Actually, yeah.
Oh! That was filthy! Priesta! I'm sorry, Rich.
No,
that was nasty.
I am flabbergasted.
Blake was putting down shots. To the credit, though, right? Priesta, while he did get the connection, Blake was also helping out on the side. But just the fact that that even happened, though, was just, that was nice. God, I miss casting Call of Duty. It's been way too long.
I can say, you know, it's been a little while for me as well, but casting over Priesta has just been such a pleasure. You know, watching what he was able to do, not as much this year, but last year when I was really getting to cast more. Man, the guy's an absolute phenom.
He really is. Shroud, though, has to be careful. He's got Priest in front of him. They're just playing this poke game with the shotgun here. It's going to be a 1v1. Shroud will have a little bit of that advantage on the health count there. Trying to go in for the melee, but it's going to be Priesta who catches him, and that is going to be the end of the round there on King. 6-1, Priesta. Blake Anderson pick up the dub.
What were those moves? Yeah, you know, I've heard it from so many people, including a lot of people in the pro scene, just saying Priesta, generational talent. And I don't think there's another way to throw the dice. This guy is the real deal, and we're going to see it here, even when we are just having some fun here, and we're seeing what can happen for a charity. We are seeing him go all out. But let's hear what the players had to say about that last matchup.
And we're going to jump into this next game. We'll get the words in a little bit, Rich. Don't worry about it.
I just wanted to hear what they had to say.
I got you covered. I got you covered, Poppy. You wanted to know what they had to say? We'll hear what they have to say in a little bit. We'll go with that. But for now, though, it's got T-Pain along with Formal versus Aiden and Adriana. Starting things off now. We're going to push over to the right side here. It's going to be T-Pain's POV, but he goes down as Aiden will find the mark. That is going to tie things up 1-1.
Taking a look here to see if any of these teams are going to be picking a strategy and running with them. I think that's some of my favorite things that we've actually started to see as these players get a feel for each other and they know what their duo is capable of, actually seeing what they go for. You know, Priest going for that high ground time and time again, actually seeing how dynamic Scump can be when he's backed up by Cap. What are we going to see from Formal? What are we going to see from T-Pain? How are they going to decide to play it?
Yeah, and Cat seems to be getting really happy over there, but for some reason we had a draw end game there. I'm sure we're going to find out what happened there for you guys at home. We were going into the M14 part of the round. What's Twitch chat saying, Rich? I'll allow you to just dive into that world.
They got a lot of lulls, but I don't think that they realize that lull is now outdated. We use Kek W. It is it's a wide emote.
LOL is never outdated, man.
LOL's outdated now.
Never, man. You can never outdate Total Biscuit.
True.
Just saying.
True.
You just can't outdate it.
Actual legend.
Actual, yeah, that's right. We're just over here commentating games. You got TB, the master. Never forget.
One of the first people that got me like really involved, watching a lot of his videos.
That's right. That's right. But we got a lot of folks having some fun there in the chat there. Big thank you to everyone who's been checking things out. I want to remind you all once again, if you're watching and you haven't played the Modern Warfare beta, you're on PlayStation 4, you can play it exclusively right now. Just go and download it. Have some fun. Good time with some friends. I know I can't wait to get home and try it myself. It's been I miss every time we had the betas come up. I've been on the road working. So I just want to play the darn game.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun getting to play. I've actually had a lot of great memories, a lot of funny memories, a lot of Kek W, so I'm excited to play it a little bit more.
You decided to put the Kek W in there, didn't you?
Kek W is my new favorite.
Oh, and Formal wraps around the side there, takes out Aiden. Want to update everyone. We're back down to 0-0. There was some technical issue, but we resolved it. 0-0 is going to be the score line here. But with that victory, it is going to be Formal, along with T-Pain, managed to get the better there of Adriana and Aiden. They're going to go up 1-0.
Getting down to the wire here in groups. Very shortly, we're only going to have 4 of those duos left, 2 from each team.
Ooh. This could be a shot there from this distance. You can have that scope on the 7.25. Ah, but the flash comes in. Take it out. Melee battle. Oh, Adriana gets T-Pain right to the face. Still going to stay alive here, though, but Scump. T-Pain gets up. I think he wanted a melee battle. Yes, he just wanted a melee battle, but Adriana was having none of that.
What do you do when you shoot somebody?
I don't know if you guys can hear T-Pain. I can hear him from here, though.
That's funny.
Definitely a little bit tilted after that one. We're going to have to see what comes down, though, in this next match.
Oh, and finally, we're going to get a round win there for Aiden and Adriana. That's going to be 2 picked up for Aiden in round number 3.
We are going to see, like you said, Formal and T-Pain pulling ahead. I definitely like seeing the matchups, though, between the 2 non-pro players when they do happen. Definitely a lot of fun.
The MP5 here. It's old school. Love this weapon. Got me many a win in COD 4. Probably going to bust it out again here in Modern Warfare. It's going to be a 1v2, though, folks. This is going to be Aiden's perspective and Formal. Find him at the top there, top mid. Wasn't enough to have that upper hand, the high ground coverage. Nope, wasn't going to be the case there. Formal. Get the headshot there on Aiden.
Yep, going to be able to clean that up, taking down both of those kills. Definitely going to be feeling good as we do move into this next round. Playing this one to 6.
Rockets are out. Use the rockets. Oh. Aiden gets a kill on T-Pain. Once again, we're going to get this 1v1 between Aiden and Formal here, Rich.
Yeah, this is one of the really fun things to happen. We keep talking about these different matchups that we started to see throughout the day. A lot of Call of Duty already been played. Let's see who is going to take this round. Both completely healthy here. Going to try to get some information there by throwing out that grenade. Not going to connect with anything. Moves around the other side. Not completely going all in on that high ground. Going to try to go for a cheekier position up on this crate. He gets shot right in the back. That's not going to pay off for him. That position definitely a risk. Not going to see it bear
It's that
any
process
fruit.
of elimination, right? If you look up top when you push on the left side, just like the way Formal did there, you don't see anyone on that side, then you kind of just continue to play on the outside, play the ring. Clearly going up for the high ground in that situation, just not something that Formal felt like he wanted to do because he had lost it. So he just needed to get info. Aiden gets the kill, Aiden gets the kill early on against T-Pain. That's going to be 2, and Aiden brings it back, keeping his team in this matchup. 2 rounds away, though.
Yeah, need to go on a little bit of a tear, but it's definitely not out of their grasp just yet. We're going to have to see if they can take this entire round or if it is going to go the way of Formal and T-Pain. And this time, we're going to see that dash up to that high ground. I think I actually saw a player's head there for a second. Good angle on that grenade. He's going to see the player now. Going to try to take those shots. Needs to close the gap a little bit with that shotgun. Going to miss the shot. Gets up behind him. Aiden going to be able to find that kill onto T-Pain. Formal now going to be his opponent. Is he going to be able to close the gap, or is Formal going to get nice and set here?
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that Formal did not go up for the high ground yet again. Aiden's going to get full ownership of this here. He's going to look around. Got the MK2 scout out. Just trying to just get something, some angle. He sees actually Formal on the steps now. He's going to be down to 24 HP, but one clear shot. With that shot, he could be the difference maker here. Overtime's going to be in effect, and Formal's going to be waiting for Aiden as he goes on down, and that is going to be 5-2. Formal T-Pain continuing to build on this lead.
Yeah, Formal played that really well there. We were talking about what we actually saw in the previous match, how players were going to go for that flag. If you do hit overtime, you got to grab that flag, and you'll actually be able to take the round. It won't necessarily be determined by kills. Formal plays it nice and slow, though, knows that the other player going to go for the flag. He's got the shot all lined up, and he's able to take it nice and easy. Will this round be the same? This one can decide it. We are on match point.
And that's going to be the connection there. Formal is going to be out of this. It's Aiden, maybe the one who finds it. Now looking around here, got T-Pain's perspective. This is it, match point. T-Pain versus Aiden. 1v1, both healthy. Aiden's going to be in the back there, right by the firing range. T-Pain's going to be tucked away in the open, and that is going to be the round for Aiden and Adriana. T-Pain was just caught out in the open.
Yeah, you actually see Aiden there kind of climb up on a structure, use it to his advantage. Definitely a comfortable area for him. Now we're going to have to see if they're going to be able to get the reverse sweep as far as these rounds are concerned. Starting off, a couple of shots right into Formal using that pistol. Where did Formal go, though? He's going to jump down, going to try to look for him. Does not find him as of yet. There's T-Pain. T-Pain, I don't know what you're doing there. He's going to maybe take a couple of shots. It moves out of dodge.
Adriana gets Formal. Oh, and that win for Aiden. What? I mean, they're coming back. They're coming back into this one. Adriana just took out Formal.
You know, maybe not getting the most kills, but she keeps getting the important ones. She's got Scump, she's got Formal, taking down rounds when it does matter the most.
We got some Pog champs in the chat for that one.
Some big Pog use.
Some Poggers. One round separates these two.
Yeah, we can see this one get tied up. Instantly, we are going to see Formal be able to get one of those kills. Now a couple shots going into him. He's going to move around, get himself set up. Not going to want to chow just yet.
Oh, Adriana takes out Formal again! Comes down to Adriana and T-Pain. T-Pain, though, he gets a shot on her. Adriana needs to be careful. Oh, man, she just wasn't sure where the shots were going to be coming from. And that's going to be the end of the game. T-Pain coming up clutch there. That was a hard-fought battle for Aiden and Adriana.
Adriana's getting super good, though. Like, all of a sudden, she's getting these big kills, taking down Formal
People are
twice.
saying Adriana's going to get a franchise spot. Maybe right here, folks.
Yeah, they are saying that.
Chat's losing their mind right now, Rich. T-Pain. Oh, this guy's a character, man.
All right, now we're going to have a lot of information based off of how our groups are actually going to shape up, who's going to make it to those semis. Keep in mind, Red going to be playing for that Call of Duty endowment, Blue going to be playing for Able Gamers. Each is going to have just 2 squads representing. The rest of the day as well is going to be 2v2. And I think we have a pretty good feel of how this game mode does actually shape up. Now we're going to be really familiar, too, with some of those really important positions on the map. Like here, we know that we're going to be looking towards the middle of the map if it does get drawn out right there into that carrier crate, I guess you would call it, because that's where that flag is going to be. But an early kill coming out from Priest as he takes down Shroud.
Yeah, Shroud just flew right into Blake Anderson's POV there and then just, for some reason, ran away to the side. In any case, though, D'Angelo does manage to get the better there of Blake Anderson. Didn't matter because Prisa had to follow up, and that will be the end of the round. So we want to also update everyone on how this particular game here that you're looking at, what this is going to mean. Both of these teams, they're going to be playing for the placement. That is what they're going to be playing for. Whether or not they face off against Scump and Cat in the first round of the semifinals when we get into that one there. Shroud, though, is going to get the kill onto Blake Anderson. Now it's going to be down to Prisa. Prisa's going to roast Shroud there, and that's going to be the shot caught midair there. For a moment, I thought Shroud was going to get hurt by the Molotov, and then that was going to be the end of the round as D'Angelo comes up huge, takes out Prisa. Thought we were going to have Shroud doing his best Summit impression, getting killed by the Molotov, but instead it was going to be the shot from Prisa.
Yeah, we'll say, too, that we have seen Priesta just starting to style on people a little bit, maybe getting a little bit overconfident there with the Chow. But as we do move on forward, once again, it's time to put on your sunglasses as we're going through the weeds.
Yeah, literally. This is just the brightest. I mean, my eyes hurt. Shroud, Fragnade.
You get used to it.
You get used to it after a little while. It's just going to leave Blake Anderson by himself here. A lot of yelling behind us, too.
Oh, he's got his man. Got to be able to take him down, and that's going to be the round.
There you have it. Eventually, we all got there together, folks. Now we can take off our sunglasses, put on, some normal glasses there from folks like myself.
I mean, after that one, you definitely want to put on the sunglasses, let out a nice deal with it. We saw the victory dance going as well. Now, getting up here, this is a pretty good position to try to hold. A lot of information given as to where the other players are. That's going to allow his man to march on up here, try to take a close engagement. Nice grenade going out. Now going to go for the rotate. It is going to be Priesta who finds that first kill. Not done and dusted yet.
Yeah, Shroud now. Losing on his teammate. He's got that guy pretty weak on the side there. A 1v2 here for Shroud. Shroud's going to take a lot of damage. 8 HP in a dream, but he goes out. No! He does manage. Oh, what was that? What was that? What were the shenanigans that we were looking at there? Shroud has no idea. He's just completely flustered. What was the end of that? Shroud, it looked like he was going to shoot. Then out of nowhere, he went for a melee. Then he shot. Then he managed. Just so much happened.
It's like he's typing up an essay on that keyboard after that goes down. All the buttons in the world not going to save you here. Now taking a look at our screen, we got one player nice and weak, going to be able to get himself back up to full health before he is eliminated. That's going to be the round win, going the way of Coalition. 3-2, the scale has been tipped.
And it's Prisa with that M14 cleaning it up. We're going to have another round with the M14, the Stim as well, with Semtex, so your tactical and then your lethal. This is Prisa, of course, as he's playing right on top of this little hut here. Finds Shroud in the distance. Semtex is going to go out, both on each side, but the connection was for Prisa. Shroud on the other side is going to get aggressive on him in the mid, and Prisa will win out on that fight, leaving D'Angelo by himself now. But it will be a 1v1 as D'Angelo wins his fight against Blake Anderson. Here comes Prisa right around the corner. Looking around 10 seconds, as you heard in the game, as the mid's going to open up. D'Angelo has
really
to be
good position, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's taking oh, look, he's going to be able to find his man. He doesn't even need to go for the objective. And that just comes from a player who is seasoned playing game modes like this. He gets a really strong position.
Yep.
He starts to eliminate all the possibilities about where that other player can be coming from. And worst case scenario, he can actually rush in and grab that flag.
Yeah, because you know that he was not going to be obviously on the left side because you had just come from that area, and right out the gate, Priesta with the LMG. A shot onto Shroud is going to send him packing here. here, leaving D'Angelo by himself. The process of elimination that these players they have to have at the brief moments of time is so impressive. D'Angelo is going to get stunned out. Priestahh tried to get a little cheeky there, pushed up with it, but D'Angelo's going to make him pay. Now it's going to be Blake Anderson versus D'Angelo here. Blake Anderson around the corner, and that is going to be the round there for Priestahh and Blake.
Blake's been doing a really good job as well. I think he's
been playing cleanup for Priestahh.
Yeah, the cleanup aspect is definitely something that's great, but I think even more than that, he's just opening up the map so much, getting so much information. He's hitting his shots. He doesn't need to be an absolute laser. He just needs to get a couple in, make it a little bit easier for Priestahh, and give as much information as possible. Now, this is going to be a very tall order for Blake, as Shroud's going to be able to get the young god out of the map nice and early, and that's going to be around. That was a big kill coming in from Shroud.
Indeed it was. 5-3 in the count here. Shroud out of the gate. Waited for Priestahh in the mid. Priestahh, who played back in the last game with the LMG, this time got an aggro with a shoddy. Changed it up there, giving him different looks. But we're going to switch now to the M4A1. You're going to have some good attachments on this weapon as well. Match point here for the red team as Shroud and D'Angelo, they're going to be a little weakened. Priestahh gets the kill onto D'Angelo, leaving Shroud by himself in a 1v2. Oh, wow. That is going to be the end of the run here for Shroud and D'Angelo. Priestahh will be able to get that win. So while it is not necessarily the end for the Shroud and D'Angelo, let's clarify real quick. They are going to get the bottom placement there. They're going to come out of group in second, and they will have to go up against Scump and Cat in the semifinals.
Not necessarily the squad that you want to be going up against, but right now, if I could see one matchup, I really want to see Scump squad go up against Priestahh squad. That's what I want to see right now.
Oh, for sure, for sure. The chat, though, was asking for Scump versus Shroud. They wanted that for the finals. Seems like they're going to get in the semifinals instead. That should be a great matchup. And then that will mean that Formal and T-Pain will go up against Priestahh and Blake Anderson.
Okay.
These are actually pretty good games.
Yeah, these are good matchups that are going to be coming out, and also for a good cause. I know we have mentioned it, but want to let everybody who's just tuning in right now, getting into bracket play, we have everybody broken up either on the red squad or the blue squad. Red going to be playing for Call of Duty Endowment. Blue going to be playing for Able Gamers. Whichever squad does take first place, $25,000 go to the charity that they're repping. Whichever team comes in second place, we are going to see $10K go to that charity. But we got one more game that we want to be taking a look at inside of this group, and it is going to be T-Pain playing right now with Formal.
Yeah, and I also should just clarify real fast. I did say that Formal and T-Pain were going to go up against Priestahh, but they have to win this game here. So anything is possible. Speaking about the charities as well and what they do, Able Gamers creating opportunities that enables play in order to combat social isolation, foster inclusive communities, and, of course, improve the quality of life for people with disabilities. As a person who actually used to work for the Goodwill Foundation, actually does mean a lot to me as well. So really awesome stuff there that we're supporting a great cause. And then the Call of Duty Endowment. This is an organization that's been around for such a long time. What's really cool is that to date, the endowment has funded the placement of more than 60,000 veterans into jobs with a goal of 100,000 placements by 2024. So again, getting veterans an opportunity to get to work. Always a good thing to see here. But back to the action at hand and the video games. It's always a fun thing to talk about as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see all the players coming out for the cause, and also to see Call of Duty always being so active with these charities, in particular, seeing the Call of Duty Endowment and Able Gamers. But let's see what we are going to see in this final round of games, trying to determine who's going to make it to bracket play.
T-Pain with the pincer there. Look at that coordination there from Formal and T-Pain. That's going to give him the first round win. And he's like, wait, oh my stars, did I just do that? That's impressive.
I mean, hey, it's gonna work nice and easy there. Finally starting to have that coordination going on with Formal. Formal definitely looking like he's in a pretty good mood at this point as well. Opening up here, trying to pepper him up. We're still gonna see all the players healthy. That information, though, going to be invaluable. Gonna be stunned up here.
Yeah, he does get flashed out. I believe that's what it was. But he did register the damage with the Semtex, Rich. That was a player getting aggro on the right side. And Aiden looking just to play the support game there. And Adriana actually gets a kill on T-Pain. That's going to leave Formal in the back. So if you have utilized the process of elimination, you know exactly where Formal's going to be. But even then, Formal's going to open up the opportunity for himself. That's going to leave Formal versus Adriana here. A 1v1 overtime in effect. And I don't know if Adriana necessarily wants to push for the objective here. Formal can do it as Formal gets on the objective. You see the overtime now ticking, and that is going to go to Formal and T-Pain.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to build your way out of that one. Formal going to make that look nice and clean. Then going to use his knowledge to actually secure the OBJ. And they're definitely off to the races. T-Pain is just enjoying the fine fruits of our sponsor.
Yeah, hey, man. Live your best life, T-Pain. Oh, already out the gate, Aiden. Shreds Formal. It's going to leave T-Pain by himself here. A little bit of a rough position to be in. He's going to play the low ground, though. Shots coming in from the distance. And that's Adriana who gets picked now. Expect that flank to come around. And there you have it, right? That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Adriana was pulling the attention from T-Pain into her direction and then allowed Aiden to come around the flank. They knew exactly where he was going to be, and they pick up her second win.
Jumping on board in this tied series now. Who is going to be able to come out ahead? We already talked about what the stakes are. This is to try to make it into that bracket. Adriana get picked off here by Formal. Really nice shot across the map with that pistol. He sees the other player as well. Is he going to go for those long shots? Going to try to tag him up here. Going to cook another one before he does move in. T-Pain coming up down the lane. Going to slide on in, look for the engagement.
T-Pain should have that one covered. The stun is out. It's going to prevent the push here from Formal. Finds actually Aiden right in front of him. Aiden not aware, and
Where the heck did Aiden come from?
I didn't even think that. So he got the stun. So I think he was expecting Formal to go back around this way, back where that path was on the right side, where Formal ended up going
around
anyway.
The rock and tried to give the Corsair a kiss. I don't even know what was happening there. They just runs right into that crosshair. And that's going to be a really easy kill for Formal. That's going to net them around. Are they going to be able to do it again? This time, Aiden going to get revenge, taking down Formal. Still in this one. Going to have the man advantage as well, looking for T-Pain.
Yeah, they know exactly where T-Pain's going to be, but he gets the headshot on Aiden. Now it's going to be T-Pain versus Adriana. T-Pain with 10 HP does not have the stim in this kit, so he's going to have to deal with 10 HP, but from the distance, Adriana went to the middle, and that was a smart play to go for the mid, but T-Pain had that angle covered. All he needed to do was get a connection with the shotty, and that is going to give them the win.
All of a sudden, T-Pain looking like he knows what all the buttons do.
He's popping off, man. He's popping off. He's feeling comfortable. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that T-Pain did switch out to the keyboard or mouse there.
Actually, okay.
Yeah. T-Pain plays, on PlayStation 4, but also does play on PC.
So definitely he is going to maybe be using a control setting that he's a little bit more comfortable on. Of course, in the beta, you can use any control that you want. It is supported on the PlayStation to use that mouse and keyboard. Saw Shroud do it. Now we're going to see T-Pain do it. There's obvious parallels between these two players.
Oh, he sees him all. He had to have seen him. He had to have seen him. The objective is now going to be up for grabs here. He's going to push forward. And when you see the overtime changing up, right, when you see refilling, and that's going to be the round win there for Aiden and Adriana. I was going to say, each time you go about it, right, you see how the you actually see that timer refill. You know that someone's going to be on the objective.
Okay. Very important to keep our eyes on that. Couple shots going out here. Grenade going to be changed out as well, as we do see that reload coming in. Now coming in that gunfight, Aiden going to have every advantage. T-Pain going to be able to grab one.
Oh, Aiden and T-Pain in a 1v1. Aiden does get the connection with him, and he's going to get out of dodge. Nope, not going to deal with that one. 24 HP versus 66 here. Oh, and I cannot believe it. We're at 5-3, and this is T-Pain in the final moments against Aiden. He is yelling in the background.
T-Pain is going off, like 30 cameras surrounding him right now. All of a sudden, he has found his stride. Is he going to be able to carry it into this round, which could be the last one that we see in this game? Early shots going into the blue squad. They managed to find cover and stay safe. Pepper up the other team as well.
This is, remember, with the pistol, Adriana likes these pistols. She actually put in some work with it on King earlier on. Very weak, though. Oh, no, they're going to get on top of each other. This isn't good. And
Oh,
that's
my
going to be
goodness.
kill on to Adriana, T-Pain, but Aiden's going to follow it up now.
T-Pain coming out swinging. Now we got a 1v1 matchup, 39 health to 40.
That's the
Oh,
game.
that's going to be it.
That is the game. Formal saw just the top of the head there from Aiden creep out on the ramp. And a GG. It's Formal and T-Pain. T-Pain popped off that game, folks.
There we go.
Flex the muscles, bud. You deserve it. No, don't
Don't,
lick
don't
them.
do that.
Ah,
Oh, okay. That's
you know.
You know what? At least somebody.
Delete the VOD.
Yeah, somebody did worse than me now.
We have a lot of reasons to delete the VOD here today.
T-Pain's tongue is one of them. Not something I thought I was going to say today when I woke up.
So that's going to be the end of the run here for Aiden and Adriana. Aiden, very impressive, by the way,
Good job, Aiden.
for not being a Call of Duty pro, but he is, a pro player in another game. He has really shown up.
We could see it embodied on that team now too. This sunglass meta really taken off. Now that we know all the capabilities of the brightness settings, whole new frontier.
I feel like it's just changed your perspective on life now. That's really what it feels like. Like everything.
T-Pain, stop.
He's just taunting. He
Stop
loves it.
it, T-Pain.
He's feeling himself, man. I like it.
Oh, yep, he's still going.
He's on a boat. He's on a boat.
No, he's on a jet ski.
No, because he's on a boat. It's T-Pain.
Oh, I made a COD meme. You made a real
I'm
life meme.
actually
Yeah.
talking about the song "I'm on a Boat," of which T-Pain sang. Come on, man. Get with the times. See, if you step away from the internet for a little bit, you'll learn new things, Rich.
I know another one of his songs.
Okay. Go. No.
That one's my favorite.
Maybe not for the stream here. We already have a few reasons to delete the VOD.
I actually bought him that drink.
Yeah. What happened?
I bought him that drink.
Sure. Okay. There you go. He likes that one. He likes that one. Okay.
I'm
there you
cultured.
Go. All right. Well, we're going to end the pain here, folks. We got Naomi standing by with two of our players to get their thoughts.
I'm here with D'Angelo and Shroud. Now, you guys have been doing pretty well. Are there any surprises in terms of your gameplay that you wish you could have, maybe practiced a little bit more or done something different?
Not really, but I just want to beat a COD pro. I want to beat Scump or I want to beat Priest. That's my goal. And,
All right.
And it's really hard.
That was actually going to be my follow-up question, but maybe D'Angelo, is there anyone you're really looking forward to beating?
Scump, man, that dude's, he's different. He's different, for sure.
Any strengths that you guys are picking up on your own gameplay that surprised you, perhaps? Nothing? Nothing there?
We got to stay together. I think that's our best chance.
All right, well, I'm rooting for you guys. You guys have been playing pretty well, and this is, of course, for charity. You guys are going to hopefully make it into the bracket, and you guys will be good.
Yep.
Thanks for chatting with us. Back to the desk for a little bit of action with JB and Rich.
Thank you so much, Naomi. Shroud and D'Angelo saying they got to stick together. I do agree with that. In a 2v2 setting, it's going to be imperative, right? You have to work together or else you're not going to pick up the victory. Oh, my pen almost flew around.
Also showing some respect for some of the other players, right? You know, it definitely can mirror the sentiment of Scump is different. He's really started to figure out everything he needs to do in this game. He's got a lot of support with Cat.
That's right, folks. So now that we're done with the group play, it's now time to focus on bracket play. We're one step closer to determining who our winner will be here at the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Celebrity Pro-Am. And we'll find out that and so much more after the break. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, everyone, here to, and we're just all getting all flutter here, you know, we only had a few minutes for us, folks. Welcome back, everyone, to the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Celebrity Pro-Am. Golden Boy alongside with Rich Campbell here. As we're calling the action, we're going to be getting into, I got to get that off the side of the thing here. Let's reset here for a moment, Rich. You got your beverage.
This is a new one, too.
They're feeling good. Actually, yeah, don't mess that up.
Oh,
okay?
wait, I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah,
Did
don't
I
mess
mess
it
up again?
Don't mess it up. All right, that's precious cargo. Some new Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Just throwing it out there for you guys. Anyway, now talking about what we had just seen, we went through the group play round robin, and we ended up with our 4 duos. And so far, we're seeing some players stand out here, Rich.
We've definitely seen a lot of players stand out. I mean, it's not too much of a surprise that the pro players have looked fantastic, and in particular, the pro players that we've seen in the competitive Call of Duty scene throughout the years. But when we look at some of these players that are not in our pro category, they've also stepped up. I think Cat is probably the biggest one for me. But now, all of a sudden, T-Pain coming alive here.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the highlights, I believe, is what we're going to take a look at here from those matchups. We have had some great moments, without a doubt. We got a taste of some gunfight in our Celebrity Pro-Am. And it's been, there's some good moments there, right? You know, Prisa was a one-man wrecking crew. Keep saying that because it's true. Formal also did the same thing there. It certainly was time to play, without a doubt.
Yeah. And also, I think one of the things, like you talk about Priesta being just a nasty one-man wrecking squad, but also you take it a step further. Him and Blake have played around each other's strengths very well. You kind of use the term cleanup. Blake was definitely doing that for a little while, but also he's getting that information, right? And you can see Priest do different things like consistently take the high ground, know where he needs to be pointing his gun and getting the work done. Now Scump has looked fantastic.
Yeah, this team of Scump and Cat has just been exceptional to watch. They have continuously performed, and they're certainly the top duo here in this Celebrity Pro-Am.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. They have pretty much everybody saying that they want to take him down. You know, you see Shroud there for a second. Shroud saying, hey, I just want to take down Priesta. I want to be able to take down Scump. You know who's been able to take down some of the pros? It's been surprising at times.
It's Adriana. She was the superstar, man. She picked off Formal and Scump a few times. Oh, did we get a knife throw and we missed it? Oh, man. It had just, but at least we caught it on the replays. That's what matters most. We caught it here. We also got the rocket play from Aiden too. T-Pain started to come online, get a little confident.
You know, somebody in chat just brought up something that's, I think, pretty important. Somebody said, Cat's not playing for stats. I'm actually really surprised. And I think that's a pretty important point to bring up. We saw in 6v6 that he's more than capable of just making those numbers look really good, pulling down an absurd amount of kills. But we've also just heard how he actually looks at Call of Duty and the thought that's going behind so many different things that he has been able to do with Seth. So I think we don't expect him to do anything but play really good Call of Duty and let Scump run around the map and get kills when that is the right line of play.
Yeah, they're clearly playing as a unit. That is going to be imperative as we go into the bracket play. We'll get the brackets in a little bit for you folks as well, so you know who's going to be facing off against who. But one can deduce that it is going to be Shroud and D'Angelo going up against Scump and Cat, and then Formal and T-Pain will be facing Priesta and Blake Anderson. That will be a battle between Formal and Priesta 100%. They've been hard carrying, in some instances 2v1ing, but against each other. They've matched each other before in competitions in the past. Question is, here now at the Celebrity Pro-Am, it's going to be as intimate as ever. Just straight up, both of them against each other, 1v1 at times. It's going to be wild.
And we only have 3 series left, right? So we're going to go into our semis right now. That's still going to be a best of 3. And then after that, the teams that do come out on top, they go head-to-head in that grand final. And we actually figure out which charity is going to be able to pull down the king share.
Look who we're joined by. T-Pain.
I don't have a headphone thing, so.
Here, actually, I got you covered, T-Pain. Look, here you go, buddy. I don't know which one that is. Technology is an incredible thing.
I gotta say,
this is good. Yep. What's happening now?
All of a sudden, you started blasting off. At first, you kind of looked like crap, man.
Yeah, I was pretty
What
bad.
happened?
I was pretty bad. I think the tequila started kicking in,
Fair
and
enough.
then and then things got got much more real for me.
That's how I actually get through my job as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
yeah,
That makes
yes.
sense. That makes sense. No, that's all good. You
Well,
know,
that's both of that's you guys now. So this is why I got to carry this. Okay,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to figure that out, man. You got to figure that out. I think if everybody is the same amount of drunk at the same time, I think we can all really work this out.
I think that's the key. I had a buddy that I used to work with, and his name's Maven, and that was kind of the key of casting with him.
You just put him on blast. Crazy. Damn. Maybe you are unbearable when everybody's sober. I just want you to know that.
Dear God, this is great. You guys think you're going to win this whole thing?
You know what? I'm not sure.
Okay, I like the confidence.
I think Kat has a height advantage that I'm not ready for, and I don't know how that works.
Height advantage doesn't really work in the game.
It might.
It might?
He's got a.